Left of the box. When I first read this, I thought this was going to be in their fluff piece that I've seen before. When it came to like, how are people saving money when it comes to groceries? And one of them was like, oh, intermittent fasting is what you do, which, starve yourself to save money on groceries. And so I thought that this would be another kind of flowery way of answering this. And the question was, we asked, you answered. Here's how Canadians are working to survive the cost of living crisis. It starts with a warning. The story contains distressing details. Major increases to the cost of shelter, food, and fuel made life difficult for most this year. And blah, 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 blah. They asked the question. Here's what we heard. I am retired with a damaged body. Both myself and my wife are fighting cancer. She is 62, so I have to pay for all of her drugs. We are having to sell out and move to survive. I've depleted my lifetime RRSP savings already, and no way we can pay our taxes and mortgage on the $1,400 a month pensions. I've never expected to retire and be housebound due to a lack of income. A previously happy, positive man, I consider suicide every day. And that is Peter from Ontario. 2 years ago, when I bought a house, my mortgage was affordable. With rate hikes since then, my payments have doubled. And at 71, I have to go back to work, says Mark. I live in BC, age 65. I live alone and will have to work full-time till I die just to afford rent here. I've met many women my age recently in the same situation. Seniors no longer matter to anyone. It's just sad. That's Bernice. I'm a single mother. I have to take in a student boarder to help pay for the bare minimum. I have a full-time job in a respectable field. I am struggling to live in my own country. Food costs, gas, taxes, insurance, clothing, bare essentials, anxiety, depression are on the rise at an alarming rate. Now Peterborough is holding meetings to increase our property taxes between 8 and 10%. This is beyond inflation rates. Nothing is being done. And that's Jenny. I'm a single parent of 2 school-aged children. I was laid off from a high-paying job in the fall of 2021. I enjoyed a modest but comfortable life with newer car and small home with a modest mortgage prior to that. I am now working 2 jobs and still only making 50% of what I was making prior to 2021. I had to file a consumer proposal and been forced to take money out of my RRSP and RESP. I can't keep up with regular bills. I continue to fall behind financially with rising costs. I'm stressed. Shiloh. More and more and more stories like this. Single people, single parents, seniors, paycheck to paycheck, not enough to cover necessities, having to sacrifice things that they need, worried that they're going to be unhoused. And some of these people are working, worried that they're never going to be able to retire and enjoy their life. What are we doing in this country? It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this for anyone. And yet you have people like Ben Shapiro saying, oh, the retirement rate should be raised in the States because, people are living longer. What is the point of living longer if there's no quality to that life? Our lives shouldn't be dictated by working every single day in order to, afford the bare necessities. This is our life to live. We should be enjoying it, exploring what we have to offer to the world, what we can do, what we can grow, having joy, learning who our family is, like getting to know them as we raise them, having friends, leaving behind something meaningful, not working until you die for a corporation that doesn't give a damn about you. Like, it's pretty bad when this article is like, suicide crisis helpline for anyone who's read this and feels, basically like they've been triggered into it. And this is just, again, the question was how Canadians are working to survive the cost of living crisis. In other words, some aren't surviving it. You work till you die or contemplate suicide. What is that in this country?